the Vesic Taurus Solar Fire Ritual. Processional and Alleluia. We gather at the holiest of all times, that time most sacred of the year, that time at which the Christ and all his lords assemble in the sacred Vesic Valley, invoking there in love the courts of heaven, invoking there the Buddha, Lord of light, Lord of wisdom, chosen agent of Shambhala's Lord. Vesic, time of awesome silence and of peaceful will supreme, highest point of inspiration for all workers in the light. For from on high the greatest of all blessings comes, dowered by the holy youth, transmitted by the Buddha to the Christ, and thence to all of humankind. Light descends from out the highest realm unto the weary, darkened plains of earth, enabling humanity to rise illumined, joyous in that light. Let us raise our song unto the light of ages, light of life, light from the courts of heaven.
Shine.
Meditation. In meditation deep, let all take their positions in inner space, admitting to a vision of the sacred Vesάκ Valley. In the Himalayas, 'neath a mountain known as Kailash, a sacred valley will be found, hosting once in every year a gathering august. The foremost spirits of the race of humankind there come, a heightened act of service to perform. Why this valley? Why this place of all the places on the earth? For its sacred power surely, for its magnetism rare, for its secret resonance with highest, brightest heaven. Deeply sacred is the Vesάκ Valley.
Sacred is the
Meditation. In meditation deep, let us transport ourselves in consciousness unto the Vesάκ valley. Immerse ourselves within its sacred energy. Let us feel what every pilgrim feels who there has found his way, on foot, in dream, in soul. Let us dwell in silence there. Let us be as if we were those pilgrims who stream forth into the valley, entering as they would. Let their pilgrimage be ours. Who are they who come unto the valley? What motive draws them forth? What power draws them forth? Above all, they must love their fellow men. As willing bearers of the light of heaven, they must come to gather and receive the light which they will freely share with all. With utter consecration they set forth unto the chosen place. Some know the way, some do not, and yet are borne with certainty on wings of love unto their destination. Those who come are pilgrims to the presence of the Blessed One, pilgrims to the presence of the Lord of love and all his lords, pilgrims to the presence of the King.
We come from every quarter, we come on foot, in dream, in soul, humanity has sent us forth, and streaming, 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 we enter the sacred valley, we come for the sake of
Meditation. In meditation deep, let us constitute ourselves as pilgrims to the holiest shrine of all, pilgrims to the sacred Vesák valley. Let us search in truth our consciousness. Are we truly pilgrims to the highest light? Is our love of humankind sufficient to the calling? Let us ponder deeply. Identifying deeply with the saviors of the human race, the brotherhood of light, let us in imagination take our place before the great and sacred rock, from which the Christ will call unto his elder brother in shambolic light. Let us, in emulation of the Christ, the eldest brother of the human race, assemble likewise on the square of invocation. Vesák is a planetary invocation, a great event uniting three great centers in the planetary life. Mankind's part is largely passive. Far below, pilgrims come in reverence to humbly wait and to receive. Far above, Shambhala plays its potent role, transmitted through the blessing Buddha. But between the two, between the planetary head and throat, the planetary heart of love is found. Thus the lords of wisdom and compassion stand between, invoking and evoking. Lords of life and love and light are they, and theirs the task, led by the ministrations of the Lord of Love, to now invoke the light downpouring from above. Wise are they in ancient rhythmic ways of invocation. Wise are they who, gathering upon the square, invoke in voice and movement all concerted the blessing of the heights.
Assemble on the square, and they dance in
Meditation. In meditation deep, let us ponder well the power of invocation, its elements, the voice, the hand, the attitude of form. More potent yet, the life of thought, ringing clear with inner sound, shining clear with inner light and hue. What must we do to strengthen invocation's magic and its power, that we as they may call upon the archetypes of life, to change the shape and form of things objective, things existent? Let us ponder deeply. As we enter invocation of the potencies which play their part within this highest of the major celebrations of the year, we form the symbol of, for Earth, the brightest of all planets, Venus, sister soul unto our struggling planetary God. Venus is for Earth the major planetary source of light and love. Venus, star of luminous mind and heart, bestows upon the earth a third of that which she receives of solar light from God, the Logos blue. Now at Vεσάκ, and upon the upward striving earth, the Lord of Love fulfills the role of Venus in reflection, selflessly in sacrifice, dowering humanity with ceaseless streams of light and love, yet reaching towards a higher still, bright Mercury, his brother Buddha's archetype, to magnetize a gift which Venus is not able to impart alone. Nor can the Christ impart the gift intended for humanity without his elder brother in the light. Venus and bright Mercury above, below the Lord of Love, united to the Lord of Light and Wisdom. Lo, for now, the two are one. In invocation, let us turn our minds and hearts with humble reverence to the star of beauty, star of living, loving light.
Light from on high.
Meditation. In meditation deep, let us ponder on the role of Venus at this Vεσάκ hour. What part does Venus, radiant sister of our Mother Earth, play within this sacred festival of light and life? Let us ponder. Let us form the holy symbol of the radiant Lord of light and wisdom, Mercury, bright agent of the sun, and archetype of him we call the blessed Lord of light. For this planet, and for all the human race, Lord Buddha is Lord Mercury, for Bud and Mercury are surely one in wisdom, one in sight, one in power to lead unto the light. Though Mercury rule not the bull, his role in Vεσάκ blessedness is clear for all who ponder on the giving of the light. From heaven's source the Buddha must descend. From the highest solar source must not bright Mercury descend as well? The Buddha comes to darkened earth as Mercury, the messenger, bringing light and livingness upon his healing wings. Else how shall mankind fathom the bright centre lying far ahead? Lest that Mercury, the Buddha, carry light unto the blind.
Send thy messenger, Mercury.
Meditation. In meditation deep, let us ponder on the Buddha as the rainbow bridge between the courts of life and lowest earth. How is Lord Buddha Mercury? What precisely is the semblance? What the function of this heavenly orb, older far and more occult than younger, fairer Venus? What role has Mercury to play within this sacred festival of light and will? Let us ponder deeply. To ascend in invocation, let us recreate the symbol of the hammer of the gods, ruler twice of Taurus, and the will behind shambolic will. Lord Buddha, though berobed in light sublime, is but the agent of a higher light and higher will. Vesák is the blessed Buddha's time with us, but more it is. Vesák is as well the sacred center's time with us. So potent is this highest of all vibrant spheres within our globe, that only once a year can unimpeded contact be allowed, and even then in wisely tuned and mediated mode. Vulcan is a planet of the will. Shambhala, in reflection, is the center on our globe wherein the will of God is known. Powerful is Vulcan, as yet too mighty to be known to human eye. And yet the time is coming. Vesák brings it closer. Let us now invoke Shambhala's will volcanic.
Of
Meditation. Let us ponder on the spiritual will. Why is Shambhala global source for that which we call will? Why is the planet Vulcan a far greater source of will? How may we as group, as soul, inbreathe into our lives the union irresistible of Vulcan and Shambhala? Let us ponder deeply. Let us form the potent symbol of the union of the sun and moon. Taurus, god of form. Taurus, god as well of light. Behind the three who form a triad bright of light and love and power, stands a God far greater and far brighter. For these three, though luminous beyond all light that dusky man can yet conceive, are dullest dim before the bull of God, the bull of light, who rushing bears the radiant jewel fast within his beacon brow. Taurus, nurturing the form. Taurus, wielding liberating blinding light. Taurus lunar, Taurus solar, transmitting source within the radiant 12-fold band of light still greater from afar, yet so at one with that great transcendent source, that to stare into the eye of God the radiant bull is blindness to the things of earth. Repudiation of desire, a change of values so complete, that glamour's hold is broken in the flood of blinding light. To this stellar God Taurian, who inspires the light of wisdom on our paltry little sphere, we turn our seeking single eye. To one who sends the light of life we earnestly attend. To the stellar Lord, impelling light shambolic to the fiery seed of earth-bound man, steadfastly we turn, that we may better comprehend the all-embracing synthesis, which holds our whirling solar sphere and all its many cycling orbs upon their cycling courses in the glorious vastness we call space. Meditation. In meditation deep, let us ponder on the eye of God the Bull. Let us ponder on the heart of God the Bull. Deep within our consciousness, let us fuse as one the doctrine of the eye and the doctrine of the heart. let us form the sacred triad, symbolic of the second, ever third, symbolic of the mother, second to her child the son, symbolic of the threefold power of seven. As the last of our ascending invocations, reaching from the planetary orbs beyond the earth unto source for us of life, we call unto the sisters seven, Alcyone, Electra, Maya, and Merope, Taygete, Seleno, and Sterope, sisters seven, brides of seven kings austere, who together send God's will into all waiting worlds. Sisters seven, queens o'er all the Davic realms, conveying mind unto the mind-born sons of Brahm, the seven heavenly men, abiding at the still point of the turning worlds. Supremely great though they may be, seven of astounding might maternal, they represent a mightier force, stupendous yet unnamed. They represent the one of whom naught may be said, a being inconceivable, expressing through perhaps 1,000 suns at core, and many more dispersed throughout its glorious sphere of space. When we call unto the Pleiades, we call to seven, yes, but we call to nameless power as well. We call to life, of which we may internally know not. Thus to the seven Pleiades, greater than the blinding bull of God by far, we turn the invocation of our spirit and our soul. Meditation. Our invocations have arisen to the heights beyond which man as man can know but not. In silence let us open heart and mind and soul unto the sweet and binding stream of life, which pours upon us from the mothers of the world. Returning in our thought unto the earth, unto that valley high, as pilgrims let us form ourselves into the cross, in honor of the Lord of love. The Lord of love we call the Christ, the one we call as well the Lord Maitreya, is in fact for humankind the invocation great. He the invocation of the heart and soul of man, summoning all human aspiration to the hidden chambers of his striving heart, he calls to highest heaven for descent of heavenly light, that grief may end and man may rise, and merge with that angelic presence who has guarded him throughout the eons long. Great our debt unto the Christ, who having risen first unto Shambhala's ancient youthful Lord, now wills that we arise in strength as well.
Standing there among his thoughts,
Meditation. In meditation deep, let us dwell within the presence of the Lord of love, the Christ. We wait within the cross of Christ, and cross of earth as well. The moment of all moments has arrived. There is a time most sacred of all moments in the year, a time of utter stillness and of breathlessness supreme. This moment is 8 earthly minutes long, 8 the number of the god of light and reason, Mercury, 8 the symbol of the rainbow bridge of sevenfold light, 8 the union of the poles, and 8 the paltry semblance of the absolute infinitude, 8 the earthly minutes of the holy Buddha's blessing. The very central moment of this eightfold span of earthly time sees light and dark unite, the sun, the moon, the radiant holy bull, and the scorpion of darkness. Do not as well the systems 7 of which our solar Lord is one blend subtly in the transmutative process turning darkness into light? Let us sense power all-compelling of that sacred time of times. For us, let that most sacred time be now.
Sanctified
Meditation. In meditation deep, feel profound anticipation that the pilgrim sons must feel, that the Master Lords must feel, that, mayhap, the Christ himself may feel. Let us in imagination stand upon the precipice of sacredness profound. Let us bow in deepest reverence, as if the blessed Lord of Light drew nigh unto the Lord of Love, his blessing to bestow. The Lord of Love, his invocation ended, awaits in bliss the coming of his blessed brother in the light. We and all the rest abide in silence, sightless out of reverence for the deepest of communions earth can know. We await, we open, we feel, we love. Meditation. We commune in silence with the blessing Lord of Light, until the Lord is full absorbed into shambolic heights from whence he came. We lift our eyes from sightlessness. The Lord of Light has given us all that may be rightly given, transmitting through the Lord of Love he has bestowed upon the ashram of Shambhala's Lord, and on the hopeful human throng, all that the king could wisely send, of love eternal, light supernal, and of peaceful, silent will. Thus rich are we in blessing of the highest kind. Reflect we now upon the gift, upon the beauty just transpired. Reflect we now upon the priceless blessing of the Buddha.
Presence of the one who represents the
Meditation. In meditation deep, we dwell within the substance of the blessing of the Buddha. Let us arise and form a chalice, symbol of the vessel which the Holy Lord has blessed. Let each of us a vessel be, containing sacred water, the sacred water of life. Upon the rock beneath the blessing Buddha, a crystal chalice rested, filled with water. The presence of the Buddha, the presence of the beauteous love of Christ, has magnetized the water, blessing it, thrilling it with life. And thus it is intended that each pilgrim may arise and drink in bliss his tiny share, and in drinking be inspired to shed the light of life abroad throughout the coming year. Blessed is the water, a blessing to all pilgrims, and a blessing to the human race they serve.
Lord,
meditation. In meditation deep, let us ponder on the blessings which through grace we have received. Let us ponder on the blessings which through love we have bestowed. Let us ponder on the blessings which compassion will demand of us in years that lie ahead. What are the blessings we are bound in love to give unto our brothers high and low? Let us form the symbol of the cross within the bull of light, the symbol of the Lord of love and Lord of light in union inexpressible. Solemnities now ended, the Lord of light withdrawn and reabsorbed, the Lord of love retired into subtlety of presence, we stream with joy into the waiting world, inspired by the presence of the Lords of love and wisdom. Our hearts aflame with gratitude, we sing the praise of those whose love and light is bound to save the world. We sing of Christ and Buddha, the saviors of us all.
Saviors
meditation. In gratitude of heart, we offer flaming love unto the Saviors of the race of humankind. Let us form the sacred circle, symbol of the sound, the O, which sounds throughout the aeon from the center where the will of God is known. In the inner chamber of our heart and mind and will, we retire. Vesák is within us. Shambhala is within us, sure as well. We turn our mind unto the awesome source of power, the source that wills redemption of the planetary whole, the source that wills God's will be done. In absolute solemnity, we praise the King of Kings, the One of awful power. meditation. In the silence of our heart of hearts, together we now take our stand, as if before the King of Kings. Let us form the symbol of the cross within the sphere, symbol of our earth. Our earth will be a lighted, sacred sphere. This the Lord of Lords decrees. Planetary destiny demands a potent increase of the light, and thus the 5th of 9 will be achieved. Each of us must play our part within this great ascent. How then may we do this? How then may we rise? How else but by evolving into loving bearers of the light, descending so our planet may ascend? Is there not bounding joy within this fiery thought, and motivation to inspire throughout the coming centuries ahead? Let us sing in jubilation of a sacred lighted sphere to be. Let us sing initiated earth. will come, a distant day, when earth's long journey into fullest light must be achieved in truth and fact, a monumental task and daunting deed. Earth ascends, we ascend, both upon our path. The path of higher evolution which our earthly logos treads is surely lost to sight for likes of us. The path before humanity, perhaps we somewhat understand. Among our cosmic peers, was there not one who understood that path most clearly? There was, and there is. Gautama, the Buddha, is he. He was one of us who trod that path unto its seventh door, but stayed in unrestrained compassion, lighting those upon their darkened path below. He was and is a hero spirit. He was and is a son of God, equivalent in human terms to Mercury. 'Twas thus he rose, expressing Venus first, then Vulcan, driven and illumined by Taurian light of life, and finally enlivened by the power of the seven sister mothers, of the one in whom we live and have our being, him of whom naught may be said. He it was who mastered first all craving for the earth. Thus he it was who mastered the allurement of desire. With ardent mind aspiring, he resolved to solve the gravest challenge which confronted incarnating man, and did. In honor of the Buddha, of his noble fourfold truth, in honor of the eightfold path which all who love the light must one day tread, let us, burning with detachment, renouncing snares of lunar life, resolve to tread the path to the greatest light. At this sacred Vεσάκ moment, when all conspires in stillness and solemnity to fortify dynamic will, may we, in willing concert with shambolic life, and seamlessly united with the ashram of the Christ, enter the synthetic silence permeating every plane of earth. Enfolded in that synthesis transcendent, let us know as best we can the will of God. The will for us and all ashramic brothers, the will of God for striving humankind. In honor of the Buddha, in honor of his festival supreme, let there be light. Then, as wisdom adds to wisdom, we may well and truly say, I see, and when the eye is opened, all is illumined. Together, I see, and when the eye is opened, all is illumined. If anyone has aught to say for the welfare of the group or of the world, now is the time to speak. Let us sound the invocation of the new and dawning age.